Hey guys, it's Linda here, Serene and Simple Life, coming to you today from the beautiful state of Utah. And I just have a couple things on my mind that I would like to share with you. I'm sure there's been a lot of you who have seen how the channel has grown in the last week, and I feel indebted to a couple people who have helped me to grow this channel, and I just want to give a big shout out and thank you for all of you, those of you who started with me at the very beginning, and those of you who are new to my channel. I'm in awe, I'm grateful, I'm humbled. I just not sure exactly what to say. But let me see, it was back in February or March, a shout out to Randy, the mobile traveler. He did a video on touring the inside of my car and my story. And Randy's been around for a long time. He is a wonderful person. Check out his channel, The Mobile Traveler. I was in one of his caravans, and he came and did an interview. Well, actually he did two. He also did how I travel on the road and work. And that was a very fun, where we just sat and chatted with one another. And he's a fun guy, and I just want to thank him. So, you know, I had about, I don't know, a couple hundred followers, and it went to over 1,000 or what have you. I can't remember. You know, for those of you who may be curious too about your own channel. And then, of course, I attended the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous back in January with Bob Wells. That was really the kickstart of my nomadic journey. I did start on my own in September, but I had been plugged into many videos and cheap RV living and all of that. So I knew that Bob did interviews, so I approached his assistant and got on the list to be interviewed by him, and that happened in early February. And Bob has, you know, as you know, a lot of people that he interviews, and he's really making a difference in this community. There's just no words. So Bob interviewed me. He did actually two interviews, one on being an entrepreneur, and also one of just a day in the life, you know, of me traveling full-time, living in my car, which I fondly call Serenity Sedan, and you can see her in the background today. So I specifically did that. I don't know how the lighting is. It's kind of hard, you know, and sometimes I get up close like this because I can see better, and I'm really working at you know, perfecting my videos and making them enjoyable and comfortable for you. So I appreciate your comments when you're giving me little constructive feedback. That's fantastic. I wouldn't have known, you know, some of the things that I know now if it weren't for your comments. So anyways, this is a little babbling brook today, but I wanted to thank Bob because a week ago, today's Monday, as you're watching this is live, and well, it's not live, but I am posting today. But a week ago, Bob actually aired two videos, one on a day in the life with Linda in her Serenity Sedan, and then also my business in a trunk. And I'm just so grateful. I was actually visiting Mesa Verde National Park when somebody commented, "Linda, I just saw your video with Bob Wells," and I'm like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me, because people were telling me he's like 6 months to a year. I mean, I don't know his business, but you know, it takes a while because he's got people before me, and he's got other things he needs to share with the community. So I immediately went to Bob Wells, and there it was, and it was just a tearful, joyful experience, because when I started this, a friend just said, "Oh, you need to do a YouTube channel," and I couldn't imagine just talking, and I do love to talk, you all know that, and I do remind myself that God gave us 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. But I'm getting a little emotional here, but you all have been great company for me. I'm getting better, I think, at looking at the camera, which I had no idea what that meant. And I'm not bringing these comments up because, oh, that's been good feedback to know that I shouldn't be looking right at myself. But as I was doing that, the reason I was doing that, I mean, I always have reasons for things. It helps me to keep smiling when I'm looking at myself. But anyways, so yeah, I was just, really, really excited I actually lost my train of thought here. That is definitely a babbling brook. But I am very, very grateful. I wish I knew who was number one, who first signed up for my channel. And this is getting a little shaky because of the wind, so I'm reaching up here. But anyways, and now I just looked at the numbers, and I think it's something like 173 away from 10,000. I'm a goal setter. Oh, I know, I was talking about how I just got started just for the sheer fun of it. Someone said you need to do a channel, and I love to talk. So I was like, okay, I'll do that for fun. Maybe it'll be a good, way for my daughter and a few of my friends to see what I'm doing, and I don't know, it'll be empowering. And I had no expectations. And I've got to add in there that when God wants to do something, He'll do it as big as He wants it to be, and we don't really have to worry about the size. Or I figured, and I really, hey, if I get 10 followers, if I get 20 followers, if I get 50 followers, that's making a difference. It's making a difference in one person's life, or it's staying in touch with my daughter, or I don't know, even if my son plugs into this. I don't really ask them, but and on occasion my friends will say, yeah, I saw your video. So that was my intentions, and I just turned it over to God, and it was like, okay, God, use me, however big, however small. And I do that with my business also, with the Say It, Display It. So in the past it was like, oh my gosh, I got to get to this point by this time, and this by this time, and I'm not doing that anymore. But I am excited because my personality by nature is a goal setter. I plan, I love seeing things blossom and grow, and of course the financial help is fantastic. It's for any of you who just have a curiosity about it. Start a channel. You never know where it's going to go. Okay, so that's another. I'm doing a lot of bunny trails here, but I will get to a point here. So when Bob aired, we went from, I had close to 3,000 at that point because I've been growing organically, and and now we're close to 10,000 in a week's time. I just want to thank Bob Wells, Cheap RV Living. If you're not already watching him, what a great, great channel and gentleman to get plugged into. And even there's times, even if you don't like the person's personality or what they're about or who they are, you still might learn a little tidbit here and there. So I encourage you to check out Bob, and also to check out The Mobile Traveler if you're not already. All right, so the growing is excited, and I have an announcement here I want to make in a few minutes. I'm going to do a little giveaway. But in addition to that, comments. I am working full-time now on a second seasonal job, which I am loving. I know that it was God that brought me to this place that I am at now in Utah. I have a beautiful site. There's just so many positive things, which I'll share in another video. But so those of you who are watching currently my camp host job, I want to clarify some things. It is not current, but it was by choice because that's a safety thing. And yes, I do video in advance because when I was in Washington, over half the time I did not have internet service. So if I'm going to keep working and keep putting out videos and sharing my journey and sharing my travels and all those kinds of things, I needed to do things in advance. It's the only way that you can keep up. And in all social media, they allow you to schedule things in advance. So feel like it's current. It's no big deal. Whether it was 2 weeks ago or whether it's now, it doesn't matter. The points are still the same, the tidbits, the nuggets, the takeaways. But I am no longer there, so that's a clarification as those of you who think, oh, a daily journey. I'm not doing something where some YouTubers, like every day they plug in, okay, this is what I'm doing today. And you basically know where they're at, and they're maybe they're not sharing where they're at, but it's a day by day. I'm not doing that. I'm doing some methodical, think it through type. I mean, there's days when I'm chattering and driving, and that is a live type video, but there's also the instructional and the the entertainment, and so it's a mix of things. But I don't want to confuse you on what you're watching and when you're watching it. I try to, if you and I'm always assuming that you're watching every video. Of course you probably can't watch every single video. So if you are, then you know the journey, and then you know that I've left Washington, and all of you don't really know that. So with that said, in conjunction, comments, I'm getting more and more, hundreds of comments, and I have always been one in business to respond and answer somebody within 24 hours. That is in my DNA. It's in my business mind. Is people took the time to make a comment, so respond to them, answer them. I'm not able to do that as efficiently as I would like to. I am working 40 hours. I am also, I don't want to make excuses, but I'm here for joy in the journey also, and serenity and simplicity. And please keep the comments coming. But if I don't respond to you, number one, I didn't see them. I was working for 8 hours. We're not allowed to be on our phone. I didn't see your comment. I come home, maybe I'm tired, maybe I'm doing something else. I can't work YouTube 24 hours a day. And I don't want to, because I find myself picking up my phone like every 15 minutes to look at comments, and I need to slow that down. I need to get into a serenity place. And then number two, if you ask me questions and I respond with, hey, there's a video on that, that's meant to be kind. I have some long answers for some of your questions, and I don't feel that giving you a short answer justifies the answer to your question. So I refer you back to a video. I try to give you a little snippet. Hey, if you ask me, hey, where's your insurance and how do you manage that or something, I may say, hey, I'm State Farm and registered in Texas. But watch my video because I gave you a little detailed answer on question and answer, something like that. So just so you know that my heart is in the right place. And this isn't defending myself as much as it's giving you an idea of where I'm coming from and what I'm doing. Remember, I started this in a little capacity, and I'm allowing God to grow it as He would see fit. And I want to be a good servant of that, and I want to be helpful. But it's sometimes it's difficult. And if you email me, I said, hey, email me. Maybe I'll give you a little paragraph answer. Maybe I'll refer you back to a video. And so now you understand that a little bit better. All right. So with all that said, kudos to those who have. And I just thank you in a general sense. YouTube now, someone said, they show your videos more, the bigger you get too. So maybe you didn't come from cheap RV living. Maybe you didn't come from the mobile travel. Maybe, whoop, that almost fell over. Maybe you just came from, meeting me at the RTR, or know me from, the past or what have you. But anyways, with all that said, I thank you. I thank you for being here, and I thank you for sticking with me on the journey, and I thank you for all the positive comments. I am going to delete anything that's negative, because I do believe that, positivity begets positivity, and negativity takes us down a wrong road, and I'm not here for that. I don't feel that negative comments, even just a little bit negative, I'm just not, I'm not into having that on my channel. That's a choice that I've made. So, you choose. Some comments are going to get by, and I'm not going to see them. But I want this to be a positive channel, and I want to be a positive influence in people's lives. I don't want to have that little speck of, which I think is the devil interfering, and he's inserting these things to try to bring myself down, to bring other people down, and that's not what I'm here for. So with that said, I am doing a giveaway. As soon as my channel gets to 10,000 followers, because remember, I'm a goal setter and this is fun for me, I would like to do a little drawing. And what I'm asking from you is the first 50 people that respond in a positive comment and tell me one video that you have really enjoyed. Just the name of the video. You can either, put when I have a little like Monday Meaningful Messages, or if you want to put what I write in the text in the description of what the video is, or if you want to do both, that's great, so that other people might be able to find these, like where do you sleep, or how do you sleep, just something like that, so that they can reference those particular videos. I do a lot of playlists, so they're easy to find. Sit and Share Sunday, your budget, whatever it is, the first 50 people that respond, I am going to do a drawing. I'm going to write down all 50 names, and I'm going to do this in a video where I pick 2 names, and I am going to send you either the Heart Collection from Say It, Display It. And let me read you 3 of these on the outside in the packaging. Be forgiving of yourself and others. Love yourself so others can love you. And give to others with all your heart. The Heart Collection is pretty new. I did this with acrylics, golds and pinks and whites. It's really, really pretty. It's for either guys or girls. But the Heart Collection is sayings that have been rung true, and I've tried to apply in my own life that have been very, very important to me. So I named it the Heart Collection, and I launched just last year in October. My business is about 3 years old now, so this is actually in July, 3 years now. But this was just October, so this is a new collection. And then with that, I want to also, I'm going to do a drawing for 2 different ones, the Entrepreneur Collection. This was one of my first 8 original collections back in July 2015. And there are 3 sayings here that I want to read to you. Great things never came from comfort zones. It's always too soon to quit, which I just did a video with that statement. It's always too soon to quit. Like how long, second leg of my journey is that video. And then the secret of getting ahead is getting started. And I guess we could apply that to YouTube or anything, or to this journey. Hello, as a nomad, the secret to getting ahead is just getting started. So those are the 2 collections. And if the first 50 people, when I turn 10,000, not now, but as soon as it turns to 10,000, those first 50 comments, I'm going to do a drawing, and then I need you to send me your email, and we will go from there. So with all that said, I appreciate you very, very much. I hope you know that. And today, joy in your journey and blessings in your day. We'll see you soon.